Hulu is about ready to do something so woefully stupid. It's going to jeopardize its 25 million subscribers that it just recently touted out as having. You have to understand, a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, Hulu had like 8 million subscribers. I've been a user of Hulu since 2010 when it became available on my Xbox 360. So I've been around for quite some time. And I do pay for the Hulu Premium that has no commercials because I don't want commercials. I'm willing to pay the extra $4 a month, the extra $36 a year to not have commercials. That being said, Hulu is now planning to run ads when users pause videos. All right? This is real. This isn't an April Fool's Day sort of thing. Hulu is legitimately trying something stupid. I don't think there's any better way to describe it. Now, it says here, Hulu is planning to roll out a new advertising format. The streaming service will soon start testing ads that play when users pause the video, an attempt to target binge watchers who have begun to cut the cord for linear TV in favor of digital streaming. But it probably won't gain them any fans among users who tune into the streaming services explicitly to get away from commercial breaks. So, but here's the way it works though, right? The way it works is there are commercial breaks if you watch Hulu's standard $8 a month pricing plan, right? And there's the average too. It's like 4 commercial breaks or whatever. And they're 1 minute to 2 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes long, depending. And they're annoying. It's why I spend the extra $4 a month. So if I'm watching a Hulu show and I pay for no commercials, and I pause it to go take a piss or to go feed my kid or to go do whatever, and then all of a sudden I hear like an ad for Charmin coming on, I'm not going to be very happy. And YouTube's kind of doing this right now with the YouTube Premium. I pay for Premium, which means no ads. I live off of ads, so please don't turn off that pesky ad block, but I still pay for it because it still benefits my friends who may be getting hurt from the adpocalypse, which is a couple years old now. And that's the whole point. That's why I do it. Also background app playing too. That's another thing. But if they were to run ads when I pause a video, I would be very, very upset because that's the stupidest thing on the planet. And even now, there are many times where ads will get through, even though I pay for them not to be turned on. So it says Hulu is beginning testing a new form of advertising. The streaming service will begin showing ads wherever its users pause videos. But those new advertising units won't be a video. The pause screen ads will be similar to a pop-up with an image appearing on screen that acts as a transparent banner ad. The example can be seen down here. And I was right. It was Charmin. I just even totally like that just popped in my head. I must have subliminally looked at that. That's okay. That's not as bad, right? That's not as bad. But let's say you're watching like an emotional scene from a show, whatever. It's like, let's say it's Handmaid's Tale. You know, and Offred is getting ready just to get, brown chicken, brown cow in whatever capacity you want to look at that from. And then you go, oh, I got to go to the bathroom, and you pause it. And then it's all like Charmin. You're like, you kind of, or it's like, it's a stupid Super Bowl ad, you know, it's like the dude going like Stella, you know, it takes you out of the mood. It's kind of dumb. If you want to have advertisements, run them at the beginning of the show or the end of the show. Doing pop-up ads when you pause is interesting. And the sad truth of this is that, well, quite frankly, it works. Now, the pop-up ad is based on research that it conducted that users have found that consumers generally preferred ads that were subtle and non-intrusive. This is coming from Jeremy Helfand, the vice president and head of advertising platforms for Hulu. It says you really just have a few moments to deliver a message before the viewer will follow through on whatever drove the impulse to pause. It's more like driving by a billboard where you need to get out an effective message and a very succinct in a short amount of time. Coca-Cola and Charmin will be part in the Hulu's pause screen and rollout, with Coca-Cola already taking advantage of the unique format with slogan, "The pause that refreshes." Meanwhile, Charmin seems suited for the pause screen because of its bathroom connection. That's often why people need to pause a show. The ads are expected to roll out in the coming months and will only appear on select content during the trial run. So that's not as bad. That's not as bad, to be fair. And if it's non-intrusive, simple, a pop-up sort of thing, it's not going to bother me. It's not going to bother me, but it's not going to be popular. It's like every time Netflix suggests that it wants to start adding in advertising or commercials. Like I said, just last week, I talked about this. A study out of the UK showed that it would lose 57% of its subscribers because people want to get away from commercials. But at the same time, these shows have got to find a way to become profitable. And it's not just membership prices that do it. There's always got to be that little bit extra. Same with video games. It's an unfortunate and terrible business model, but it's where we kind of find ourselves. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I think Hulu doing this is going to be interesting. And of course, I will definitely report when we hear reports of how many people have started to unsubscribe from Hulu as a result of this particular type of non-obtrusive and subtle advertising. It's going to be a fun year for Hulu, but it's interesting nonetheless, because it's always going to kind of go this way. I mean, either they raise their prices or you deal with this, you know, and Hulu also lowered their prices, by the way. Did you know that? And that might be why they're lowering their prices, to justify having this type of ad revenue, or this type of ad source that comes in. So anyway, we'll have to wait to see what happens, but I don't expect the results to be good.